Ricky, how you doing?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. Another year. So, what's been the early vibe? Just kind of, it's your third day of practice. You put on the shoulder pads today. Is that right? Just how's it been at first 3 days of spring?
First 3 days have been good. It's just a building block for the rest of spring ball. Just basically setting the tone and showing the intensity that the young guys got to follow.
What's it like playing? And I know he was here for a while, but Addison Williams, your new defensive coordinator, what's it like playing for him and having him now in that position?
What's it like playing for him? He's a guy that he's not too loud. He has a standard, and you either got to follow it or next man up. He comes in the room in the defensive meeting room every day. Says discipline, accountability, and togetherness. His three core principles. And it's like the three things we all got to live by. Under him.
Between the bowl practice and this first week, what's been your impressions of John Walker so far?
John Walker, he's a kid with a lot of potential. He's huge. He's super strong, super quick. He's ready to play right now, but he still has a long way to go.
Ricky, for the spring, what's been your focus and what's going to be your focus for that spring game for yourself and also your players around you at the D line?
Right now, for myself, I'm focused on having the same intensity on play one, versus the same as on play three. I'm just trying to be the same throughout all first to fourth downs, and then for the defense, we especially the D line up front, our focus has just been way more productive than we brought to the season last year.
Beyond John Walker, what have you seen from some of the newcomers on defense?
I've been impressed by Kevin Call, Jira. I'm really impressed by Jira. Just a lot of the younger DBs there. I like them.
Talk more about Kevin Call. What do you like about his game, and what has he shown you the first few days of spring?
He's very twitchy. He's a real twitchy guy. He can get in the backfield he reminds me a lot of it like a young drop. Honestly.
Is that a good thing?
100%. Great thing.
Ricky, for an older guy, when you see the younger guys already kind of getting into it, playing well, what does that do for you as far as your game and kind of what you need to do to kind of not necessarily hold that position, but lead by example because you had a strong ending to your season last year?
Kind of like you said, I just gotta being that these younger guys can come in and play now. I gotta show them how to do it. Whether it be being intent on play one versus play third down. Just continue to up my game so they can have someone to watch look after.
Ricky, maybe there's more questions in the back seven when it comes to the defense. With the defensive line, I mean, obviously you're coming back, Celiscar dropping those guys. You kind of feel like, those guys will come along, but you kind of feel like this is your defense. You really got to set the tone.
Yes, sir. I feel like up front, everyone always says it starts up front. So, us four up front, between me, Lee, Drop, and Josh, it's our defense. So, it's what we make of it,
Can you talk about your responsibilities in Coach Williams' defense than you had in previous defense with Coach T. Will?
Coach T. Will's his defense was more like, it was more like eating up blocks, kind of like that. But I feel like Coach Addy, he's letting us have a little more, freedom. Whether they be moving, penetrating to the backfield, shooting gaps. It's gonna be a little more of that.
What do you want to work on personally just to make that next step? I know you want to show off for the next level and stuff like that. How do you want to improve?
Definitely, like I've been saying, just kind of my intensity. Just kind of how I ended the season. I need to start fast, just like that. You can carry that throughout the season.
How do you guys feel about the Big 12? You're going in there, and I'm sure you want to do something. What's your mindset of the team? What do you want to do when you get there?
I feel like the goal is the same, to win a championship. We were this close last year, but kind of like Coach Addy, he's been preaching also, it's the little things that kept us from winning, and it came back and bit us at the end. So it's, we got to correct those things, and the goal is still championship.
Do you feel any added pressure being that you'll be a part of the first team entering the Power 5 on Big 12?
I definitely feel like this year we should set the standard and the tone for the guys behind us. But it's not really a big pressure, but it's definitely something on everybody's mind that we're setting the tone.
Ricky, we spoke to Coach Addison on Tuesday, and he was talking about earning the right to rush the passer.
Yes, sir.
For you, how important is it to get to the quarterback and motivating those other younger guys to get after it?
Definitely, getting to the quarterback, getting to the ball is, it's getting paid, So it's just like, you have to stop them on first and second down in order to, to force a third and long to be able to, pin your ears back and go get the quarterback.
What was the best play of practice today? What stood out? First hip, shoulder pads.
Best play of practice. Trying to think. Ooh. I want to say Jared had one where he came down, from safety. Kind of flew down there, like made a little TFL in the backfield.
You mentioned Jair. He came from East Carolina. You guys played. He's played a lot of football. Just talk more about him because you seem to be really impressed. You mentioned the guy playing safety.
Yeah, he's my roommate. So
Okay.
I definitely pay attention to him. So yeah, so now I've been paying attention to him, just watching him. He's a bigger safety. He's physical. I think we saw what he did to us last year, so I think he'll come in and make an impact.
He a good roommate?
Yes, sir.
But just how exciting is it to go to the Big 12? You're going to be playing in some new venues, new teams. I mean, that's got to be a lot of fun. You go to Oklahoma and stuff like that. How much are you looking forward to that part of it?
I'm looking forward to traveling, seeing the other side. I feel like most of my games have kind of been between Western Kentucky and UCF has kind of been in this area. So I'm ready to see what's on the other side.
All right, you guys good?
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Ricky.